Living off the grid. Living off the grid means that you are not connected to utilities, water, sewer, and electric, the infrastructure that make up a modern society. These utilities are ran to a house or some type of dwelling where a person lives, and thus they're connected to the grid, electrical grid, water infrastructure, sewer, etc. But as a nomad, as someone who lives out of their car, I have for 5 years, I have no utilities. I don't have running water in this car. I don't have electric hooked up to the electrical grid. I don't have sewer, natural gas, nothing. Okay. Now, when you hear living off the grid, you may think of someone in the middle of the woods next to a campfire. That's one aspect, but again, living off the grid is someone who lives in a dwelling that is not connected to the infrastructure components that I referenced. And what I can tell you, as 5 years living off the grid, even though I travel in populated areas, what I can tell you is that really the only major infrastructure component that you need is the electric grid. Solar has come a long way, and you can use it for most of your needs. Charging your electronics, your laptop, your cell phone, that's most. Really, the only part of infrastructure with regards to electric that you need is you need the electric infrastructure to run your air conditioner. Now, I don't have an air conditioner. Okay, I haven't used an air conditioner in 5 years. I use a fan powered off my inverter pack. Okay, because this is my grid. This is my electrical Jackery 300 watt solar pack. Okay. Now again, I've had a couple of these. Okay, a couple different types of inverters. Mainly use them to charge my electronics and to run a fan at night. But what I've learned is that having running water is overrated, especially being that you can buy water just about anywhere in a modern society. In a third world country, it's a big deal to get water. You may have to haul water from a faraway river or creek. In a first world country, you go to any Walmart, go to any Starbucks, go anywhere, get water. Okay. So that's not a big deal. The bathroom, the gym membership for the Nomad is you got the bathroom, you have to shower, any public restroom, you pee, So the shower is solved through gym membership. Okay. You can take an outdoor shower even without a gym membership. So really, the only thing you're really sacrificing living off the grid is not having air conditioning. And for most people who live in most of the United States or most of the year, it's not that hot to run an air conditioner. So really, what do you need utilities for? Utilities are overrated. What are you really doing? Now, here are some things that you may think you need, that you may use the grid for. Your blender, okay. Maybe use a blender, okay. If you like to cook, you need an oven. Maybe you like that. You don't want to cook stovetop or whatever. Now, there's camping stovetops, okay. There's solar on top of, you can use solar, but solar will not probably let you operate a blender. Cooking is really probably the other aspect of the nomad life that, unless you're going to have some type of camping gear, you'd want. Now, again, if you're a nomad in populated areas, you're going to go to the supermarket to get your food every day. I don't want to cook. I don't want to take care of cooking items. I don't want to clean them. I don't want pots. I don't want pans. I don't want silverware. I want disposable. Everything's disposable from the straw to the cup. I clean nothing. I maintain nothing. That's living off the grid to me. Okay. That's living off the grid. So I'm living off the grid, guys. What else do you need the grid for? I can't think of anything. Okay, I other than an air conditioner and a heater, but there's gas heaters that you can run. I don't recommend you do them in a car. But I would say climate control, in a general standpoint, climate control is your major component that you don't have when you live off the grid. When you don't have an electric bill, water bill, sewer bill, natural gas bill. I've had all those bills. I've lived in a house for 15 years. So I said to myself, as a guy living off the grid, have for 5 years technically, don't bust my balls. What I can tell you is that, yeah, other than air conditioning at the height of the summer, and you don't miss much, but even that, you can go in Starbucks during the day. The pandemic was probably the only time that you needed the grid because, wasn't much open. So, there's something to be said for that. And if you get into emergency, if you get sick or hurt, you need to be in a Cancun that has the grid. See, when you're sick or hurt, you're not going to be running around to the gym or taking outdoor showers or, whatever, going to the supermarket every day. That's when you need a home base. That's when you need a grid. When you're sick or you're hurt, that is, okay, the sanctuary. Now, you can find that in an RV or a built-out van or something like that, so you don't have to live in a house or apartment. But living in a car, if you got really sick or really hurt, that's the risk. Okay. But you don't need the grid unless that's the worst case scenario. The grid is a waste for the Nomad. Okay, for society, you need the grid. And if society didn't have the grid, the Nomad would be archaic. The Nomads can navigate around a modern society because we can just tap off the grid that, in public parks and, all throughout, so the memberships that we pay for, the gyms, the clubs. So, it's like, you rent the grid. You rent the grid, okay, every time you pay for your gym membership because you're renting the running water, the electric, the everything. You're renting the grid when you go into Starbucks, you buy a coffee, you can sit down, you can use the electric, so you can use the Wi-Fi. So when society's not shut down, when there's not a pandemic, guys, there's no need for the grid for a Nomad. For society, yes. And for when you're sick or hurt, you need it. But other than that, guys, you got to think about it. Other than your blender, your juicer, okay, your jacuzzi that you don't use, what do you need the grid for? You don't need the grid. But most people, guys, they're slugs. They're lazy. They sit in their house most of the day. It's true. But I'm not mad at them, guys, because everyone has a different way to live. I've lived that life, so I'm not going to judge that life. And I look to get a home base to supplement in case of emergency or down the road. But, or also I look at a van, because a van, I could be self-contained in a van, a one I can stand up in. But I don't know what I want to do yet, but I do want to share this as a guy off grid. I've been living off the grid solo male traveler. Click, 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 click. Subscribe. But guys, Nomads have peaked out. Okay, that's true. The RV sales peaked out in 2020 to 21, and we're going 2022. They're going down. And the van life movement, that's peaked out. Houses are about peaking right now. And what else can I tell you? Yeah. But when you live the life you want to live, you're not following a trend. You're following your peace, your joy, your passion, your simplicity. Guys, the fact that I never have to do dishes, the fact that I never get electric bill, water bill, even though I pay other stuff, I don't know, man. It's God's give and take. Look, I'm mature enough to know no matter what, you pay for things different ways. But either way, guys, I got to give you a video. Why? You're sitting in your house connected to the grid. You say, I want to listen to something from a guy living off the grid. I just gave you that. So, what should you do? Click the thumbs up. Leave a comment. You want to support the channel. Click the blue join button. If that wasn't clear and concise enough for you, watch my playlist, which has thousands of free videos where I entertain you, inspire you, motivate you. And what do? You get all excited. Then you sit down and you take a nap. Why? Hey, you're connected to the grid. And what can I tell you? I don't know how, but I just figure out how to keep banging out these videos. And damn it, may the channel continue to grow in the name of Jesus, or whatever you believe in or don't believe in. What do I believe in? Hey guys, I'm just trying to get through another day, do the best I can. I believe that's good faith. Okay. What do you believe in? Hey, some of you are nasty. A lot of you are positive. There's some positive people I met online. And some of you are delusional. Okay. You're waiting for ET to come save you. And what I can tell you is take your service dog for a walk. Stay positive. Okay. And what else can I tell you? Well, I got 30 seconds to get to 10 minutes to reach a daily goal of trying to make about a 10-minute video. So I want to tell you, stay positive, eat healthy, structured routine, wake up early, don't take naps. You'll be able to go to bed early if you wake up early and you don't take naps and you're productive and you don't drink. But should you have some treats in your life? Yeah, treat yourself as long as it's not damaging your overall quality of life. Cut off unhealthy relationships. Most people are not going to do that, but that's what you should do. And don't go back to unhealthy relationships. Most people aren't going to do that, but that's why I'm in business. So I want to tell you this. Most people hear the message, but they don't do the message. Is the message you should live off the grid? No. Is the message you should live your best life? Yes. How do you figure that out? You got to do self-care. Do you want to do self-care? No. What do you want to do? You want to build out your van. So that's why you're going to get in a van. You're going to be off the grid. But you ain't going to have the same results. Why? You forgot self-care. And what am I going to tell you? I ain't going to tell you shit. Why? You ain't my responsibility. I ain't lying about that. Let's stay positive. So I'll see you next video, guys and girls.